Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It is, as always, great to have a Sunday afternoon with some music going on. Want to thank some folks right away, because this is my only chance to talk. So I got a lot of things to get out of the way. Emmanuel Lutheran Church for this wonderful space where we can have concerts. We are so grateful to Emmanuel for sharing this space with us. The National Endowment for the Arts, Michigan Arts and Culture Council, and Ferris State University in particular want to thank for their support. And so it was a complicated set of handouts that we gave you today, but the outer part, the outer shell, talks about the whole relationship with Tuba Bach and MSU. So look through there, and there's lots of other sponsors and lots of businesses and lots of folks that help take care of us and the whole Tuba Bach world, and we encourage you to thank those people. The inner part is what's going on today. We'll get to that in just a second. There was another slip in there about our annual Tuba Bach Spring Concert. It has nothing to do with MSU, it's just the Tuba Bach Spring Concert. It's coming up in just 2 weeks. So you are the first to hear about it officially because I'm slow. So there it is. But Alvin Waddles will be back here in town, and he and I are going to do a program of tunes from the Great American Songbook, which, if that isn't a familiar term for you, is really just, there is no actual book, but it's sort of the collective term for all of the kind of the great pop music, movie music, Broadway music. Think of like if you went to a Tony Bennett or a Frank Sinatra kind of show, what they would be singing. It's that kind of stuff. So that's what Alvin and I are going to do in a couple of weeks on the 26th, right here at 4 o'clock. Also, out on the table where the programs were, if you are not on our mailing list and you would like to be on our mailing list, there's a slip out there. If you would put your name and address on there, we absolutely would love to send you things as they're happening. If you are on our mailing list but would like to be on the email and text alert list, that's a separate thing, and because of the way that it works, you have to officially opt into it. If you would like to do that, you can fill one of those out and do that too. There are some envelopes out there that already have a stamp on them. All of our concerts, all year round, everything we do is all free, of course. Free. We don't ask anybody to have to pay to come into the concerts. We sort of ask you to pay to get out of the concerts. But if you don't have it with you, grab an envelope, and if you don't, that is seriously okay as well. We appreciate the support. However it goes, there's a tuba just outside the door. That takes donations. The envelopes take donations. You can go to our website, tubabach.org, and that does too. That is the things that's in my hand. My telephone is here to remind me to remind you. If you have a telephone, please make sure it doesn't make rude noises for the next hour and a half or so. Now, back to the whole program and this business with Michigan State University. We are nearing the end of our second season of collaboration with MSU and the College of Music down there. It has been wonderful, and I am looking forward very much to this for years to come, and the opportunity to bring faculty and students from MSU up here to Big Rapids gives them an extra outlet, another place to play, gives us another group of people to hear amazing music from, and today is certainly no exception. There is one more of the MSU concerts after today, the Sunday after Easter, so that is April 16th, I believe. The percussion studio will be up here, and that includes this year the African Diaspora Drum Ensemble that's led by Kevin Jones. If you were here in the fall for Tuba Bach, Kevin was here with one of the concerts when Mike Stevens was here as an amazing hand drummer. And so Kevin is bringing his whole class up here, and you're going to hear things like you've never heard before. So that concert's going to be exciting, so please join us for that. The College of Music down there in East Lansing, I happen to think, is one of the finest music schools in the country. And when I was there in the 90s, and it still continues today, one of the outstanding studios down there, two of the outstanding studios, the piano studio is just amazing. And Soojin Kim is here representing that studio today. And the saxophone studio has been one of the world-class sax studios for many, many, many years. And Jacob and Natalia are part of that studio. They're all going to blow you away with what they do. I am looking forward to just sitting back and listening. I know that you are too. Please welcome Jacob Nance, Natalia Warthen, and Soojin Kim.
Alright, so we're excited to be here with you today and just play some music for you. This first piece that we're going to be starting with is a sonata by Will Healy, he's a pretty modern composer. He was born in 1990, and this piece he wrote in 2016, I believe, for a Michigan State alum, Connor Mikula. And I really love this piece because he takes old forms from the Baroque, like the French overture, sarabande, and toccata, and blends them with modern elements like jazz and a little bit of some extended techniques on saxophone, like slap tongue, which sounds like. So there's a lot of fun stuff in this piece, and we hope that you enjoy Will Healy's sonata. And so now we're going to go back about 70 years from when that was written to a classic of the saxophone repertoire. This next one was written more in a French, like neo-impressionistic style by Janine Rueff. And so we hope you enjoy Janine Rueff's Concertino for alto saxophone. Natalia is going to speak about the next piece, so as I switch instruments, you can hear her talk about Sip Duo, what we do as a duo, and this first piece that we're playing by Tuba Bach.
Yes, hello everybody. Thanks again for coming out. It really means a lot to us and to be able to play for you guys. I'm the second member of the SIP duo, and we started about a year ago because we wanted to commission some pieces by underrepresented artists. And we weren't sure exactly how to do that at first, but we reached out to a lot of people in the MSU community and also about 4 people in other states, and we were able to create a project with 8 commissioned pieces by underrepresented composers, meaning people of color, LGBTQ plus people, disabled people, and women. And it just really means a lot to us because I think we're trying to redefine like what voices we're bringing to music. Since a lot of saxophone, we only have a few standards because it's a very new instrument. So we're trying to bring in some new voices, some new textures and colors of music. And that's going to be about 3 of the pieces that we're playing for you today. So the first one is going to be Chrono by Kataj Copley. And I'm from Noonan, Georgia originally, so we met Kataj and I in the University of West Georgia Saxophone Ensemble. And that's where I kind of got to know him as a growing artist, and he is now a really big name in the composition community, and he goes to the University of Texas at Austin for his master's degree. So we reached out to him to commission a piece for us. And this one is a really interesting combination of alto and tenor. Jacob's playing all the horns today, like what a talent, great job Jacob. But you're gonna hear a lot of interesting sounds. There's some slap tongue like we were mentioning earlier. Jacob's also gonna be doing some sort of like scanning, so in the beginning you'll hear multiple sounds. Do you wanna?
Sure, I'll try.
So we don't scare you when that happens, because it happens right away. So, but you're gonna hear a little bit of that, and just some fast passages in between that, which is just a really entertaining piece overall. But I hope you enjoy. Thanks so much for having us. I know this is very different from what you just heard, so you're really getting the full spectrum of saxophone right now. But the second piece we're playing for you is called A Whale's Cry by Manu Dixon. Manu's another person that I met when I lived in Georgia, and he's gone on to do a lot of really interesting compositional things. And one of them is this piece, which is about the extinction of whales. So you'll hear there are two voices. One of them I'm playing on the neck, so I'll play what that sounds like for you. So you never hear that with saxophone repertoire, but Manu is amazing and decided to experiment with that. But what you'll primarily be hearing with this is the two whale voices, and in the ends of these sections, you'll hear that one remains, so also leave the texture while Jacob enters. So I hope you enjoyed this piece, A Whale's Cry.
All right, so this next piece we're going to play, if you want to move stuff around so there's only one stand up there, you can do that. This next piece we're going to play is actually a piece that I composed, and so, right, actually, let me see my iPad. I want to read the, there's some stuff about this. So, this piece is entitled Gently, and I think it's really apropos that we're playing it now, especially after the horrible acts that happened at Michigan State on February 13th. I mean, it's been real rough for all of us. I wrote this before that, but I think it makes sense. And so, from the program notes, I wrote a little poem to go with it. For when the world is rough and the night's unforgiving, remember we move, but gently through the spheres. And I wrote this piece for Natalia. Doing Sib Duo with her has been just a great pleasure, and I think it's one of the real gifts in life we have is to make music and do things with people who make us better people, who inspire us to do everything we do for some greater purpose, and to most importantly, do them gently. So this is Gently. I hope you enjoy. we just want to thank you all again for coming out and spending this afternoon with us. We spend so many hours in a practice room, and none of that would mean anything without you, the audience, and being able to play for people with bright, smiling faces. So we really appreciate having you here. This last piece that we're going to be playing for you all is Wanderlust by Juliana Velker. I met Juliana at the University of Oklahoma, where we both did our undergrads, except Juliana's way smarter than me. They got their undergrad in music performance and astrophysics and graduated with a 4.0. But this piece, entitled Wanderlust, is about the feeling of, wanderlust, just wanting to go places, the feeling of whenever you return from a destination, you want to be back. You don't want the trip to end. And so you can hear that at the beginning. It sort of sounds like a plane taking off, just like starting up, then restarting. And as it goes through, I think this is a joyful piece, and we really hope you enjoy this to end the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you.